What is up, YouTube? It's your friendly name, PokeTuber Terrace Normal. Welcome back to the channel. I was looking at this is just the answer roster I showed you guys last week. Ignore these costs; these are not accurate. Um, but I guess the plan for these videos, as promised, this is the Wave Crash Battlers Full Soul Division Week One. The way I'm going to be doing these week reviews is that I'll show you guys of course start off our roster, the current roster going into the week, and then I shall show you the matchup and what we're going up against, which is this team, the Los Angeles Charjabugs. That's right, another Los Angeles Bug team. So obviously we just kind of some trying to prove to see he was the best over here. And unlike me, he was man enough to draft his actual bug type and another bug type. So, yeah, kudos to Daisy Koch for I'm sorry if I pronounced that name wrong. But kudos to him for being just a good getting such a good roster because this is very scary on paper. Um, but when I look closer at it, obviously looking here, right? We're looking at a team right now, and as you can see, he has a very not good relationship with fire types. With his one of his two heavy hitters, with being Iron Treads and Buzzwole being weak to fire, which is great because he HEATRAN. Ground also kind of nice because Slowking Galur and Diancie are both weak against it, along with once again Iron Treads and along with Raichu and Duraludon. I'm just looking closer at this matchup. You'll see that we are kind of at an advantage because we have more viable monster use. Especially next week, you'll see that our team becomes more versatile. On when drafting roster, I was asking for advice and people and for grace, and they're like, it's too much utility and so on and so forth. And I'm like, yeah, I guess they're kind of right. It is too much utility, so much there's too much utility all over the place. But if there's a lot of utility, then hey, you can adapt to the right situations. And this thing here was kind of good matchup for me because I'm not forced to bring both Tapu Fini and Tapu Bulu or Gyarados to every single match. The Zeraora is probably always coming because it's faster than Dragapult, which is already a speed feat. But I'm getting off track. The point is that our roster is very versatile in the way it works. Ignoring Grapploct, obviously Grapploct is doo doo, dog doo doo. Don't ever draft it. Versus his roster, because he's kind of forced to bring Tornadoes, forced to bring Diancie Mega, forced to bring his six top hitters in Iron Tread, Samurai Sui, Buzzwole, and Slowking Giller, or else he's gonna lose something. For example, if he brings Smeargle, right, to get some kind of crazy surprise me tactics off, well, that means he's going to probably either lose Samurai Sui, which is one of his best counters to Heatran, because it's one of its only proper switch ins, because the answer's is not bulky enough to be able to do that. But if he doesn't bring Samurai Sui, he's not gonna bring Buzzwole. Another good check to Heatran. As you can see, I'm bringing it back to Heatran. There's a reason for that. If you've seen the thumbnail and read the title, you know why I'm bringing it back to Heatran. Point is, he's kind of forced to bring these six mons. So I just focus on reading these six, and I can actually show you the roster in just a bit. But I kind of want to point out some things of what I was thinking of when going into this match, because I'm looking at myself right now, right? I'm going at myself, right? And Fairy and Ground do absolutely go berserk on my team. They take out 80. I have 8 months. I'm doing the math real quick. 8 divided by 12, that is 4 to 6. I don't even know what that math is, but it's pretty much the majority of my teams weak against Diancie Mega. So this thing got to go either I got to kill it first. The first time I see it, I got to kill it, or chip it down long enough so Zeraora can finish the job. The second thing I noticed that Buzzwole is kind of hard to beat if it's Scarf or something, because Scarf Buzzwole is going to be annoying. Um, annoying as heck to beat because it got close combat. I'm not bringing Gyarados to this match because I don't see Gyarados doing too much here because of the Diancie Mega and Iron Treads having Volt Switch. So Buzzwole is going to be going crazy if I let it get started. And of course, it's Samurai Sui with its sharpness boosted, ceaseless edges, and treads being able to earthquake and do a whole bunch of damage to my team. And all in all, the reason I decided to go with the team I did, which I'm actually going to show you in a bit. So, without further ado, let's get into the actual team and stop stalling. But before we do that, can you be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. Even though it's probably not possible, we're still trying to get to 100 subs by the end of the year. Yes, I know the end of the year is in 16 days, but hey, if we can do it, we can do it. So please support the channel. Thank you for watching this far into the video. So anyways, time to get into the actual roster we bring to this fight. Now, this is the roster we bring, and as you can see, we got the nicknames going on. And I'm overall just kind of proud that we bring this kind of set. First of all, let's talk about the sets. So, we bring in Sableye Mega, Melmetal, Tapu Fini, Heatran, Choice Scarf, Zeraora, and Cyclozar. First in reverse. So, we kind of I wanted to try something unorthodox for my first thing. This is the wrong type of Fini set. I don't know why I brought it. I brought a toxic set. I have no idea why this thing is here. But the point is, wait, no, this is a set I brought. Never mind. I was trying to bring a setup sleeper, two set sleepers for this battle because I felt like if it came down to if it was down, I could get a surprise gyro ball on a Diancie Mega, one shot it, and then from there just sweep. Just the reason I got Poltergeist, Drain Punch, Bulk Up, gyro ball. Also, for the fact that this thing is basically the only thing at this point that could stand up willingly to the power of Choice Banded, Buzzwole, something like that. After a +2. Of course, you got Melmetal coming with the Iron Fists, Max Attack, Max HP, Assault Vest in case Earth Power, Surprise Earth Power is switch in if I misread. It's a backup plan. We got Double Iron Bash because it's Double Iron Bash. It gets big damage off on Diancie. High horsepower to I don't know, high horsepower? Why did I bring high horsepower? I don't know why I brought high horsepower, actually. I think I was considering bringing Tapu Bulu, but last minute I decided to switch from Tapu Bulu to Fini, which I had high horsepower. But yeah, high horsepower was, I think, just to hit the electric type Alolan Raichu and then Shreds, along with obviously Diancie. Thunder Punch is for Samurai and Tornadus. And of course, Rock Slide is also for Tornadus. And I guess Charjabug, if it's ever coming. We got Tapu Fini basically being a bulky setup. I also don't know what I was thinking to set. I was going to try something. I never actually. I think I ended up. It died like everything pretty early in the game, so I never got to try it out. I'm probably never going to bring it again in the league, but who knows? Maybe you come back later. Not much to talk about. It's basically trying to make a store power set of Iron Defense, Calm Mind, Store Power Scald. But the real thing, sorry, Navy Shields, by the way. The real thing that carried this match was Hot Pocket HEATRAN. Choice Scarf is such a good option in HEATRAN because it allows it to run one of my favorite moves in the whole game, Eruption. Because that's why I brought Cyclozar. That's the only reason I brought Cyclozar because I was so scared that of Buzzwole, Diancie, and getting out of hand. And I'm like, well, I guess it's just being choice covering Heatran. That way, can outspeed Diancie, outspeed Buzzwole, outspeed probably Iron Treads too, and get OHKOs on all of them, which is expected with Eruption and Flash Cannons for yeah, basically. Eruption 2-hit KOs almost everything if you're looking at a Heatran. Heatran can basically just 2-hit KO almost anything in this move, unless you're really, really bulky or you're Blissey. But they don't have a Blissey, so that's great. Flash Cannon, obviously for Diancie, Earth Power for in case we miss Earth Power is more of a safer option. Say they're bringing in, I don't know. See, they have a Tornadus, or they have say they have a Tornadus there right now, right? And they're kind of scared of Eruption, so I can just click Earth Power as I switch into the I don't know. Let's just assume what's the eruptions is. Samurai. Yeah, I could eruption earth power to samurai, and then I get some more damage off of that. And of course, he wave in case eruption low. It didn't actually end up getting too low. This thing ended up winning the game for me. Puss no boots to zero aura. Um, that's a lie. We ran boots on it. I'm sorry. Is I know if it's is that like not good? Like, is that unethical to say like it is? It has no boots whatsoever, despite the fact that it is in fact running heavy duty boots. Um, but before I get too off track of my rantings, um, I will say that it's more of a like chipping mon in full 2005 knockoff close combat. You also didn't bring play rough for the as well because this set was mostly focused on just like chipping down everything for everybody else to kill. And it did a really good job and more like the focus on the lead aspect of Zero Aura than the potential game ending possibilities. In the end, you can probably clean pretty easily if everybody else is chipped down, which leads us to our sixth and final mon, which is Cyclozar. Um, This is basically Cyclozar said if ever use Cyclozar. I have no idea why that's max attack. Ignore that. They had no dragon types. I have no idea what was thinking of the set. Um, but Rapid Spin, obviously, in case they get hazards up, which is suck for HEATRAN and everybody else. Taunt to stop hazards from going up. Dragon Claw, for I guess for stab, I have no idea. I should go on Iron Head. And then, of course, U turn for pivoting. So I think of all this being said, I think I can finally show you guys a match. Once again, I implore you to like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of type of content. But I'll stop ads or I'll stop adding right now, and let's get into the match. Okay, then. So this is the matchup. Of course, as you can see, he brought the exact same roster that I told you he would bring. I mean, obviously, I'm saying this into the future, but I predicted he'd bring this roster anyways. So, anyways, how this is gonna work is I'm gonna make commentary on this, and you guys, I guess I'm gonna make commentary on. I'm gonna commentate this whole match, and I guess pause after each turn just to tell you what I think I was going through my head and how I was, if I was freaking out or not. And I guess just kind of replaying the match to you guys. So, anyways, let's get into it. Okay, that's weird. Music's off. um, this is a very weird lead on my part. I know I told you guys in the for on the previous part that their order wasn't ideal for a lead, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try and sweep turn one. There's no way that they can stop this, right, and obviously they do end up stopping it because guess who they led? None other than Slow King. So naturally, me being scared of whatever the Slow King is capable of doing swaps out into Cyclizar. And later on, I'm not too worried because Mystery Terrain blocks status conditions, so Toxic Spikes block, and I don't fall asleep. I U-turn, reaching the switch, lift it turn, trying to get a free scout. Here is probably when I should have clicked Iron Defense, um, simply because I could have read the switch, but I was a bit too scared of the Buzzwole, so I had to get some pure damage on. Anyways, scout happens. You go to Cyclizar, and they go for a knockoff. Very nice read on their part. And then I go for U-turn, which is crazy here because I was switching to push no boost. They go for a focus blast. Yeah, as you can see, focus blast is not the most accurate move in the entire world. 70% accuracy, and it's probably never hitting. I'm being realistic. And naturally, as I've as happening right now, I read his switch now. I treads, so I hit off a knockoff, get those leftovers off, which is really good because now I get to get a free close combat kill. Even though it's a crit, the crit may or may not have mattered. I don't really know. So I vote switch out anyways into the Opportunity. And a really nice read for him. He gets a poison jab off, and I'm really scared now because HEATRAN and he gets a poison jab off. So I go for eruption. Now remember, he does not know I'm Scarf yet because he swapped it out, and this is an attack on swap, so he does not know if I'm Scarf yet. Um, Also, part of me not want to reveal I'm Scarf yet is important for later. Trust me, very important for. So I end up going to Cyclozar, who gets razor shelled, I guess is the word. So they protect. I tried a U-turn. We put police area and I U-turn out into. Guess what? Zero aura. I know, right? Give me my free kills. Basically, says zero aura. Plasma fist gets the KO. Doesn't look very good to him. Now I vote switch out. And here is the crazy thing. I did not predict this. I would have never seen it coming. He goes for calm mind on Diancie, and I'm like, oh shoot, we're kind of cooked now. Please, gonna go for Diamond Storm. Please, don't get to defense buff, and he gets defense buff. Well, I'm bringing Heatran here because I'm confident that even though it's plus one special defense, I think it's not going to live the flash cannon from 66%. So take a gamble here and basically risk the game. Turns out it wasn't actually much of a risk. Unless it was like bulky, because that was actually almost guaranteed to do a KO no matter what. Because Rock Fairy, yeah, sucks. So anyways, I go to Sableye, not knowing that he's choiced, and probably can go for close combat. He goes for close combat. And as you remember, this is a sweeping Sableye, so naturally I have to go for the walk up here. And I'm like, well, this is pretty easy. It's basically GG's. There's no way that he can get me down from 50%. Here is Psych, gets a critical hit from Razor Shell. And now I know I'm cooked. It's a very stupid play from me. I could have just like drain punched and won the game sooner. But no, I had to die. Now I'm really just pining for this eruption endgame, which by is not my fault, by the way, because I think this thing has drain punch. I'm not quite sure. But I know that if I cannot sweet it, he's probably gonna cook my team up. Realistically, I could have just gone plasma fists. But either way, I wanted to make sure I could kill it. Anyways, eruption takes out Samurai. In the second KO in his mind for the day, we kind of clear slow king for eruption, but it obviously tries to yawn us. So we swap out into the cyclone, and they slack off. We taunt the psychic. We U-turn out into to bait out the Buzzwall. I know Buzzwell coming in. You get double Iron Bash. And at this point, I'm just really searching for that eruption in game. So Cyclosaur comes back in, eats a full close combat to the chest, dies. And I basically say GG at this point. The Superman, of course, cleans up with, I believe, three more eruptions. Yep, one, and I think the second one does KO. I don't get yawned here. The yawns matter. I say GG's, and of course, I think later he says that he's banned. He was actually banned to not scarf, so I was worried for nothing. Anyways, that's basically all for today's video. We won 3-0, and we were actually I guess not tied for first. I think we're second. We were second place or third place in the league at this time because somebody got a 4-0 and a 6-0. So we're doing pretty good to start off the season. So yeah, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. This has been your friendly neighborhood PokeTuber, Terra to Normal. And oh yeah, probably should give you just a sneak peek for next week's video, but eruption does actually come, just not on HEATRAN. Okay, that's all done. Once again, like, subscribe, friendly neighborhood PokeTuber, Terra to Normal. Peace out.